Hi, I'm Mark Satov. It would be hard to have an interview that is more intimidating than this one for me, because I'm about to introduce Michael Hainsworth. And for those of you who have followed what I do even just a little bit, you would know that Michael has interviewed me, I would say, at least 25 times?
At least 1,000 times.
At least 1,000 times. And so here I am, an amateur interviewing a pro who used to interview me. But it's a thrill to have him here, and I'm just looking forward to hearing what you're up to. So you were 18 years at BNN, I guess BNN Bloomberg.
Yep.
And then you decided that it was time to just go and do something different. How do you make that decision? How do you think about what's next? Tell us about it.
Well, 2018 marked my 30th year in broadcasting. I got into radio at 17, working overnights and then going to high school. And so when I thought about that number, I thought that's a nice round number, and that's a milestone. But you know what's not a milestone? Is getting a pink slip at 31 years, at 32 years. And so it felt like this was an opportunity to go out on my own terms and start something new. The industry is run at this point by the baby boomer generation.
Right.
And the boomers are very risk adverse because they see on the very near horizon line retirement. And they don't want to be the ones who are responsible for trying something new and it failing and it driving things into the ground even further. So you've got an industry where those in charge making the decisions are trying to bail out this Titanic of a ship with a pot. And as a result, they're really not doing the job necessary to innovate to get that next generation. I spoke to one industry executive not too long ago, actually, who asked me if I could give them a list of the news casts that the millennials today watch. And I said, you don't understand what I've been trying to tell you. Millennials don't sit down and watch the news.
They take a podcast while they're walking from one place to another, and they get 6 minutes of what they need.
Right, exactly. So there's a lack of vision. There is an absence of a willingness to take risks with new ideas and new ways to go about things. And the 24-hour news cycle plays a big role in that. There isn't something new every hour to talk about. So you end up having to do a lot of treading water in the business. And with more and more pink slips and few people working behind the scenes, that treading water becomes a very thin gruel when it comes to the content. And I didn't want to be doing that. I wanted to figure out what I could do next in my life and build from there.
It seems that you've landed on something, at least for now. Tell us about that.
Well, I am now the executive producer of a web series called The Fast Future.
Okay.
And the idea is that we recognize change is happening. We know that these smartphones that we carry around with us, the artificial intelligence that's being built behind the scenes today, and the robotics of tomorrow are all going to change our lives. But they're going to change our lives in ways that we're really not aware of. And so this web series is designed to dig a little bit deeper by talking to thought leaders about what it is that's happening now and what it means for tomorrow. For example, augmented reality is a big topic right now. And there's going to be a not too distant future where either it's glasses, it's contact lenses, or it's replacement eyeballs, where the content we're looking at, the world we're looking at, can be changed.
I'm not that surprised, because you have always had some interest in a lot of these trends, and I think in your old job, naturally you covered it when you could, but you also had to just cover the news of the day.
Right.
But on the side, I mean, you have Geeks and Beats, which is one thing. You had Where's My Jetpack, and you're going on, you know, I don't know how many years in a row you've gone to the Consumer Electronics Show in Vegas. So I feel like this is a great spot for you, because you've always had an interest in what these trends are going to be.
I spent the first 20 years, or the last 20 years of my career, focused on Bay Street. But I also did so much Main Street oriented stuff in that sort of science-y sort of world. So now I'm thinking, as I reinvent myself, you know, Michael 3.0, maybe it's time to focus on that Main Street more so than the Bay Street that I had, because you're always going to do a better job at something that interests you that much more. And it's always been an itch in the back of my head as I've been doing the stock jock routine to talk about the tech side of things as well. And you're absolutely right. I was the resident nerd at that shop.
Right, yeah. Well, you played it well, and I think you'll play this well, so I wish you the best of luck, and I can't wait to watch it.